What we talked about today specifically was working with thoughts and emotions and naming thoughts and emotions. And that's a really important practice. The most important part of that practice maybe is the capacity to identify when we're having a thought or an emotion. Um, we do it so automatically that often we don't notice, but that capacity to know when I'm sad or mad or happy and really sort of tagging it or noticing it helps cultivate it, but it also helps give a little bit of space from it if it's a challenging thought or emotion. Whether we're regretting or planning or remembering, um, strategizing, we should know and have an awareness around which we're doing when, because the more deliberate we can be engaged and the more conscious we can be with it, the more effective we can be with it. If we're strategizing, be really strategizing. If we're remembering or reminiscing, really notice that we're doing that and don't try to future plan necessarily when we're in a different sort of mode. Or if we're sad, really honoring our sadness. I think our culture puts too much emphasis on sort of the quote unquote good emotions and good thoughts. Um, and the problem with that is we have all the thoughts. And if we sort of disown half the thoughts or a big chunk of the thoughts, we're actually rejecting a really important piece of who we are as a complete and whole human. And so, this capacity to notice thought, to notice emotion, to maybe give it a one word label as a way to both recognize it more fully, but also have a little bit of space to observe it, can be really useful and can help us be really effective. So, for instance, if we're in a meeting and we're getting a little bit irritated or angry, noticing that and then being skillful with that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say what I want to say right now because it wouldn't come from my deepest, most useful place in this conversation. And then sometimes that'll pass. Sometimes it passes in just a few seconds or a few minutes, and then we can say the thing. We sort of formulated it, and we've sort of grounded into ourselves, so we can deliver it in a way that's it's actually useful to the other party or parties. Um, Sometimes when we act from a really sort of reactionary and emotional place, and it also can be a reactionary thought. We blast the other party and then we wonder why it's not received or why it didn't get integrated or wasn't useful, even though it's a useful piece of information. So, the way that we deliver our gift to the world, whatever that gift in any given moment is, it's really important that we deliver it in a way that it's actually can be accepted and applied. And so, recognizing how we relate to our own thoughts and emotions will help inform um, how we're delivering our good stuff to the world.